Okay, so I know everyone's still hopping in here, but I'm glad you guys are here tonight. So tonight, Leann, I'm super excited, is going to talk about something that she's been doing for the last couple months, right? It's been a few months that you started doing this. And it's just a unique way that she's been asking her people to share. She'll probably be like, it's not that unique, knowing Leann, but it's just really cool and it's been really effective. And a lot of people have been asking her, like, hey, how are you doing this? How are you doing that? And so I thought it would be great for her to just kind of take over our team call and tell everyone at once. And then we'll also have it recorded because then she won't say it over and over again. So it's going to be a good place to have it. But the thing that I hear so often from people in doing this is that they can't get people to share. They can't get people to post. And we all know that, like, even when you come into this with a small network, it's not who you know, it's who they know. And so mastering that art of asking people to share and following up on this duplication pillar, this sharing the product, sharing their story pillar is really important, because you can recruit all day long, but duplication really is the key when it comes to making this business on yourself. And it's really easy to not focus on this. And not only are we making this harder on ourselves when we don't focus on that, but we're stealing an opportunity from the people in our lives. And I know that this has been really impactful for my family. I know many of us here. And so we owe it to them to at least present the opportunity. So Leann, I'm just going to keep my eye on the waiting room and let you take it away, friend. You are muted, so you will just have to unmute yourself. It's going to let you.
Okay. So hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Yay, Monday. Okay. So I just want to give a quick disclaimer. My husband is about to get home. My kids are like half doing dinner and there's a lot going on at my house. So if anybody walks in, I've already told everybody not to, but you know how well they listen. So I'm just going to go with that, right? Okay. So I just want to start off with saying thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. And I am not wanting to get on here and tell you what successes I've had and how good I'm doing with this. But I'm going to do that. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I want you to see how successful it is becoming for me. Okay. So I went through and just wanted to tell you, since June, like the end of June, I started doing this system that I'm going to tell you about tonight. And I was able to develop Tyler. He fast started silver, senior silver, and gold. And I have been in the company for a while. I have over 140 people, not all active, or I'd be like an emerald or a diamond or something, but I have signed a lot of people. So what I'm saying is this is not like an all warm market that I'm getting from Tyler or on Tyler's leg. So I developed 3 silvers. And one silver has 7 people, another silver has 6, and another silver has 5. And I'm about to sign 3 more people on her right now because she just did a post on, I think it was last Monday. And this is not including Tyler's team. Like I had 19 people come just from this, not from garage sale posts, not from me reaching out, not from birthdays, just from doing this. Okay. So basically is what I've decided to do is every single time I sign somebody up, whether it be on the phone, which I try to get them on the phone, but if I can't get them on the phone, I still follow the exact same system. So you sign them up, and when you get done and you've completed the order, that's the important part. The order is complete, because I don't want them to I've had a couple of people be like, I don't know about network marketing, or it makes me nervous if you're going to make me share. And then they are like, I don't want to do the order. Don't. So once it's complete, I say, so that I can best serve you, if you love your products, like I know you're going to, and they help you with, and I name their 3 things because I've already asked them. And even if I did it like, this is what you send me and I sign them up myself, then I do it in a voice message. Okay. So that I can best serve you, I list their wants. I would like better, if you start sleeping better, if you start losing some weight, if your energy is better, whatever it is. And then I just simply say, are you open to passing on your referral link or passing out your referral link to your friends and family so that they can possibly order with you or so that they can start to feel better too? And then I just pause for a second and I just say, what do you think? And that's it. It's really that simple. And they almost always say yes. Sometimes they'll say no, but I've only had that happen once. And then after that, I just simply say, okay, so that you can do that in the future, let's get you a first post. And then this is sometimes where it can get a little tricky because they might have like there might be kind of like, I don't want to post because, all of the things that we hear, right? I haven't gotten my own results. So all of their like worries and fears and stuff. And I just lean into that. It's completely okay that you haven't gotten your first results yet. One thing that I noticed is when my sister-in-law got started, she was looking for joint pain and this, that, and the other. And I was looking for, anxiety relief, things like that. So I'm like, everybody's completely different. So I would just, even if you throw it in your stories, which I always say only is up for 24 hours. So it's not a huge commitment. It's not to your page. Put it in your stories. I'm starting a new health journey and I'm super excited. Is anybody interested in trying it with me? And that's it. And I immediately tell them what they're going to say. I don't even give them an option to even have a thought of, I don't know what to say. I just send it right away. And I almost send the same thing every time I write their post for them. I'm super excited. I'm getting started on a health journey. My friend Leann shared it with me. I'll keep you up to date and let you know how it goes. That's it. And then just so that they know. And then a week later, I go back in and I say, so what are you noticing? And when they say, I'm sleeping better, I am, whatever they say, I just get really excited. And then I say, that's amazing. Go update your people. Remember, you told me you were going to update your people. Let's go update. But this time, I want you to take a picture with your pink drink or your dog or something. I want a picture, not just words. And then I make them send me their picture of what they're going to post with it so I can make sure that it's okay. And then we just simply say, hey, I've only been on these products for 1 week. I'm already noticing more energy. I'm not craving soda. I'm starting to sleep through the night. Anybody else interested in feeling healthier? That's it. And I send that right in quotes and everything right to them. So they have I don't ever give them a chance to say, I don't even ask them. I don't even give them an opportunity to say no. I send it. And then I say, what do you think? And then they'll respond. And that basically is all I'm doing. And I just have been doing post after post after post with them. And I just decided Brooke Hemingway says she guides them through the first 10 posts, and that's what I'm doing. But I am setting them up from the very beginning to be okay with posting because I am asking them so that I can serve you better in the future. And so it's a very smooth transition. So they know it's coming. And then if they love the products, and they're going to make a post. And that's really, truly all I'm doing. I just say, great, go update your friends. Like I just talked to one of my girls like 2 minutes before I hopped on the call, which was why I was a little late getting on the call. And she was like, I'm going to make another post. And I'm like, great, this is what I want you to post. And it's easy to do. And they're not scared of doing it. And I just think that's what everybody does. So I have it all written out for you, by the way. So don't worry about the verbiage because it's already, Kendall has it. And so she can send it out to everybody. But I mean, I kind of go off the cuff now because I'm have done it so many times, but I think that it is just an easy way to get them to post. I have them make it public. I'm using all the same systems that we already use. Put it in the group chat so that everybody can go post, so that we can get the algorithm up so that we can do all this stuff. I'm just asking from the very beginning so that I can support them. And sometimes I even will say, if they say no, I say, if Rachel hadn't posted, you wouldn't be feeling like at week 1 when they say, I don't really know. I say, well, if Rachel hadn't made that post, you wouldn't have more energy. If Rachel hadn't made that post, you wouldn't be sleeping through the night. And so whatever their successes are, I go ahead and use that to kind of make them realize that their friend did it. She's still alive. And they decided to get started, and now they're feeling better. So that basically is what I'm doing. It's so simple. I mean, it fits on one page of everything, and then I just keep writing them posts. And so is what I do with the posts is I tell them, I'm going to do all the legwork for you, but I do need you to do something, because nothing in this world is free. And my time is very valuable. So I need you to, any person who likes it and any person who comments, I want you to put me in a 3-way chat. And I just say, and the only reason why is because if I'm not friends with them, then they will not see, there's a really good chance they're not going to see what me reaching out to them, and then they might miss out. And I said, and a like is basically like them raising their hand saying, I'm interested, I'm open. And if they're not, then that's okay too. So I go ahead and do that. They put me in 3-way chats, and then I do all the work. So I'm not only teaching them what to do, I am also doing it for them correctly, because I had a lot of people in the beginning that just talk too much. I know I talk a lot, totally understand that, but they were just trying to explain instead of just using the video. So I just go through everything in the 3-way chat. Super simple. It is like Rachel, just like, for example, Rachel would just be like, hey, this is my friend Leann. She introduced me, and I send her that too. This is what you send them. Hey, this is my friend Leann. She introduced me to Plexus. She can help you answer any of your questions. And then I just say, nice to meet you. I'm super excited you're interested in the products. Can you tell me a little bit about your health concerns? And then I just ask them, I just go ahead and run through. It's almost a birthday message that Rena uses. And then I just go through it just like that. It really is. I just say, how I'm sorry to hear that you're suffering with that. How long has that been going on? Have you had any changes, any medications, any surgeries? And then they tell me, and then I say, okay, great. I really think you would enjoy our pink drink. It's also Rachel's favorite, or whoever's favorite. And then I send them the video, or I will sometimes, depending, get them a testimonial from the health and happiness page. And then if they are not interested and they say, I'm not interested, I say, thank you so much for supporting Rachel. I really appreciate it. And then I make a note to myself with their name. And then 6 weeks or so later, I reach back out to them and say, hey, you know what? I totally forgot. Rachel's having such great results. It made me think of you. And I totally forgot to invite you to our health and happiness page. So I'm getting another touch point. And then that gets them the invite to the health and happiness page. And it also lets me restart, like, I know you weren't interested 6 weeks ago, and I can restart the conversation without following up with them in a weird way. And then I close them, and that's all I do. That's really it. And I take all their information, I put in everything for them. I make it so it's super easy, super simple. And I think it was Friday, I closed like 6 people and I didn't talk to anybody on the phone because I was so busy closing people. But the one thing about it was it worked out because I had already built the trust. They gave me all their information via Facebook, front and back of their credit card, because I asked questions. How long have you been feeling this way? And I kept using the person's name. Rachel feels, because they know her, they don't know me. This is what Rachel likes. This is what Rachel's doing. This is, and that I feel like that makes them feel connected to me a little bit. And trust me to give me their credit card and whatnot. And that is it. That's all I'm doing. And I'm just signing people like crazy. And then I'm just making like every three, like Rachel posted on Monday, and I reached out to her today and I said, all right, girl, we got to get you another post. Let's do another post. Or you need to start, mixing up your pink drink and putting it in your stories, and just teaching them all the things that all of us on here do. We're already doing that. You're doing, every single person on this call is making posts and they're putting things in their stories. So I'm just teaching her to do the same. And so it's kind of doing two things for me. It's helping me to not only train, but it's also helping me to have her do a super duplicatable system, because she can copy and paste all of these. And I actually am meeting with her this week because she needs to start doing this. I mean, I'm signing, she's going to have like another 10, 15 people. So I'll help her write the posts, and I'm just transitioning her into being the person who handles the objections and the things like that. I'm still suggesting she put me in a three-way chat so I can just kind of monitor. And then that way, if she has any questions or anything comes up, I can kind of pipe in. So that is what I'm doing.
I love this. And y'all, I know when you hear a brand new thing, it's like a lot of information, right? And so I like to hear things a few times, and thankfully I've heard it a few times from Leann, but it really is super simple.
So
like
easy.
You're just legit signing somebody, and then the whole, hey, if you love this, like I know you're going to, and you experience a change with this, this, and this, would you be open to sharing your referral link with a few people who could also benefit from that, right? So just the initial thing, if they say yes, I remember you saying that you said, and I have her verbiage that I can share after this, but it said, what most people do is put a little something out there on Facebook now saying that you're starting something new, you're super excited, and you'll let them know how it goes, right? So she doesn't, even though they're saying yes, if they love it, they'll share eventually. She's saying, great, but what people do is right now they just say they're starting something new. So I loved that element of it, because it's not waiting, right? Because so often people tell us yes, and we forget to circle back around. We forget to do the follow-up on that. And so she asks them right then and there, gives them a post, maybe helps them handle some fears. And honestly, that the way you handle that was a big reason that I shared right off the bat without having a testimony. Because I read all these testimonies about thyroid issues, and my testimony will never have anything to do with thyroid issues. And so it's just a great opportunity to show them these products help a lot of people with a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be exactly what you're dealing with. And so I love that. And then just checking up on them. I love that you said the way that you check in, make sure that you're asking questions that prompts them to notice the positive things that they're experiencing. So she's not just saying, so how's it going? Right? Like the thing she sent me says, hey, what are you loving so far? What great things have you noticed? Pull out the positives, because that creates a situation to then lean into that and say, that's amazing. You said if you started noticing some positive things that you'd be open to sharing. Maybe they haven't done it already, but I love how you've created follow-up within this to continue having those touch points with them. So you guys, for me, I'm visual. So seeing things makes it, I'm like, oh, that's the flow. This makes so much sense. But one thing that I did, if I can remember this, so a few things. So Brooke Hemingway, we quote Brooke all the time, but like Leann said, she holds her people's hands, right? Like people don't come into this knowing what to do. We all hope that we're just going to have that person and they're a, self-learner, and they just come in and they rock it and they do it. 99.999% of people are not going to work that way. Like there's a lot of insecurity when you start something new. And so having somebody say, let me show you how it's done. I'm going to help you. I'm going to handle all of the questions. I just need this one small commitment from you. You're just willing to start the conversation between us. And so the three-way chats, I think is a very important part of this.
And it holds them accountable. Like I'm not going to sit here and do all of this for you. I'm making you hundreds of dollars, literally. Mm-hmm. If you get 3 people in 30 days, you're getting $300 to $400 depending on the bonus. Like I'm getting a little bit of that, but I'm getting none of that. And so you have to help me a little bit. And I feel like when you hold someone accountable for that, then if they have a little bit of skin in the fight, then they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to make another post, or I'm going to be available to, like, cause I've had a couple people on the three-way chat. So if like the person is like asking me like question after question after question, I've had people pipe in and go, hey girl, Leann's an expert. If she's telling you to get this, get it, and that it just gives me credibility. And so they're watching that and they're learning to do that. And so she's learning to use credibility as a way to sell, as a way to share, because that's what it is. That's all we're doing, the credibility and sharing the video, credibility and sharing testimonials. We're building belief in the product. And that is what it really helps when you have them in a three-way chat with you.
Well, and it creates a great retention system as well, because you are building the belief for your new person who just made their first post. Yes. And seeing all this stuff. And so belief is one of those things, gosh, if you can build it early, you're going to have a customer for life. They're not going to go anywhere. And they're going to give these products the time that they need to give them, not the 30 days. I have buyer's remorse and I'm just going to quit and, be abducted by aliens. Like they're not going to do that to you. So, and one thing, you and I are very similar. And so I'm sure you're probably the same way, but I am insecure when it comes to things unless I have a system in place. Like if I was just thrown in the deep end and told to swim and I didn't know how to have these conversations, I didn't know, if they make a post and they put me in a three-way chat, I don't know what I'm going to do, right? Like that would make me really nervous. And so one thing I love, which I'm sure Leann will share as well, she has it laid out on how she starts the conversation and the things she says, but then she also has a plan in place for the conversation she has with their people. It's not just she's winging it. It truly is. Now, obviously every conversation is different from the others, but it's like ask their health goals, relate to that, share a third-party tool, which is the video, ask them to take a chance on this, share pricing and get their information. Not just wing it. So would you be willing to share that too? Because I know that would be really helpful for a lot of
people. Definitely. I can share that. It is literally the birthday message stuff that
some here may not know the birthday.
So I will send it to you, but that is what I go off of. I decided that I was over all of these million messages. And so I just simplified. I used the birthday message for the birthday stuff. And I used the birthday message for this, because it just gives me the ability to just have one thing instead of having like 15 messages. And I know that the birthday message works. So is what, I will pull it up, but it's all it is. Once they say that they're, I just say to them, can you tell me what your health issues are and what you're currently working on so that I know what information to send you. They send me all their stuff. And then I just say, I'm sorry to hear you're suffering with IBS. These products are amazing. I could name 20 people that have gotten relief from IBS. How long have you been struggling with that? And then they go on and they tell me, and I'm like, okay, I really think that you would benefit from the Slim or the pink drink. I said, it's also Rachel's favorite. It helps balance your blood sugar, flushes out glucose, excess fat storage, helps with hormones, also helps a lot. And then whatever they're suffering from, I name it. IBS, this, that, and the other. And then I say, I like this short video. I send them the pink drink video. And then I say, let me know when you're done. It's 2 minutes. Can you watch it now?
Mhm.
They say yes, or they say no. And then I just commit them to a time. So when can I follow up with you then? Or I say, my life is crazy. If I don't write it in my planner, I will forget to follow up with you. So when do you want me to reach out? When do you think you're going to do this? And then they'll do it. They'll give me the time. And then I just simply say, what did you think of the video? And they'll say, I, could relate to all of it. And they say, wonderful. This is the triplex. This is where I'd like to see you get started. And then, are you allergic to shellfish? I ask them that, and then they go, and then I give them the E's as well. I have been doing the reset a lot recently. I think I sold like 5 or 6 resets in the past week, because I have just been saying, hey, are you interested in losing weight quickly, or are you looking for gut health? And if they're like, well, I'm interested in losing weight quickly, I just give them the information on the reset. And then I tell them they need the gut health stuff too at the end.
Yes. So,
and I have verbiage on all that too. It's actually so I'm really just married a lot of things is what I did. But the verbiage on the reset is and it was I think Rena sent it to me, or she posted it, but it's the reset follow-up from stories. Actually, that might've been Carol, but it was just, oh my gosh, average weight loss, 5 to 6 pounds, goes through 70 grams of protein. It's easy steps. I send them this is what you get. And then I say that you can also add on 30 days of additional products. Would you like to see the price? Mm-hmm. And I just go right into the price with all of it. Like I don't skip anything, or I don't fluff anything. I just go, would you like to see the price? Because we all know everybody wants to know what it costs. I'm not going to ask them. I don't want them to feel like I'm embarrassed to tell them the price, or that I'm withholding the price. So I just say, would you like to see the price? Mm-hmm. And then I send them the price message. Yeah. And it's super simple, and nothing I send is more than 2 to 3 sentences for anything, except for the reset, because it explains a little bit about detoxing the kidneys and things like that. But I try to make it super brief, and less is more with the information that I'm trying to give them, because I don't want to talk too much. No one has time to read it. So I don't want them to get it and be like, oh gosh, it's a lot to read. I'll read that later. I want them to get it and be like, oh, okay. And then respond. That's kind of what I've been trying to do. So I've really narrowed down my verbiage, where I used to send my pricing message was this long.
Didn't we all?
Right? This long on, Messenger. That's how much space it took up. And it's ridiculous. Now it's like this big.
Yeah. Well, and so question for you, and this is something I really want y'all to see with this system, the potential of it. So your new level ones, you do this with, right? And then you help them onboard their people. They're learning how you're doing it. They're starting to grow a paycheck. Their belief is being built, right? Mm-hmm. And then with their new people, do you repeat the same system?
Absolutely. Which is how I'm getting level 4s and 5s. Because I have level 4s and 5s now, and that's how I'm getting it. I'm doing the exact same thing. Yeah. The same close, because I'm closing everybody the same with the same question. Hey, so that I know how to serve you best in the future. That same question, when I close Rachel's level 1, which would be my level 2, I ask her the same thing. And then I just use her use Rachel as, remember how Rachel did her post. If they have any pushback, I say, well, Rachel did the post. And then I kind of say, and she's still alive, and, I kind of laugh about it or whatever. And then that's all I'm doing. And then I just go down, and I just keep going down. If I can get them to post, I'm going to go down until I get somebody who says I'm not posting. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to keep going, because I'm teaching them, I'm getting them money right away. And I am really good at closing. And so if I can teach anybody how to close by them watching me and my three-way, even if they pick up half of what I do, then maybe they'll go and take the reins and start to do it on their own. That's the hope. And so that's why, like with Rachel, I'm connecting with her this week. We're going to go, oh, I'm going to start teaching her, like, hey, we need to get you posting in your stories. I need to get you, doing this, like next time I want you to put you in the three-way chat. Next time I want you to ask the questions, and I'm going to send her my verbiage of how to close the birthday message verbiage stuff.
And she's had all of these examples in front of her, because what people see, they do.
Watched it.
And so if we are not doing things that we can then teach and duplicate, then we're not doing the right things.
Right.
And, this is hard lessons we've all learned, but what you're doing, your people see. So then they now only know how to bring someone on, asking them if they will make a post, or asking them if they would be open to sharing their referral link if they have success with these products, and ideally before they even start the products, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm still asking them, I will still ask during when we get to the referral link part in the close, like I will send a voicemail, like, hey, I'm setting up your referral link for you. Or if I'm on the phone, I'm setting up your referral link for you, just in case, if you know a few people that might be interested in getting started with you. I started with my mom, my neighbor, and my aunt. You might want to, accountability. So I still throw that in there, but I kind of just really breeze over it like it's not a thing. Yeah. And then I kind of come with this hard, like, this is kind of a non-negotiable, like, I'm going to push you and I'm going to keep asking. And every time I talk to you, I ask, like, I follow like every single touch point. Hey, would you be interested in posting? Hey, would you be in? And I just keep going back and asking until they post. And then when they post, I just keep asking them to post. Every time I talk to you, I'm going to ask you to post. Would you be interested in posting? Maybe you could make a post. Hey, I saw this girl who did this really cute post. You want to try doing her? Like, I just keep bringing it up. Or I'm like, hey, I made this post today. Did you see my post? Did you like it? Yeah, you should do one like it. Right? You liked my post, right? And so I just keep bringing up post, so that it's just like a normal thing. And then if someone tells me they don't post a lot, I say, you know what? I didn't post a lot either. So I can understand not wanting to post that much. So let's just put it in your stories. And then that way we're getting somewhere and they're getting more comfortable. And then if they, aren't posting a ton, normally on Facebook, I don't want it all to be Plexus posts anyways. So then I might not. So then I might be like, post what you did this past weekend, and then in a couple of days make a Plexus post. The worst they can say is no. So so that is what I'm doing, like, with that new people. Okay, so for my existing customers, I went back through all of them that are happy wholesalers. And I just said to them that I basically said, so listen, I'm going to read it to you because I typed it out. So I say, so I have no idea if this is something that you would be interested in doing, but I know you've been on the products for a long time now, and I know you love them. And you never made a post when you first got started, but I really want to help you pay for your products because you've done so much for me and my business by just buying from me every month. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. So can I help you make a post? Like, let's get you some money back, girl. You've lost 20 pounds. Your, cholesterol is down 40 points. Like, there are other people out there that need help with their cholesterol and they don't know about it. And then I just will say, what do you think? That's like my new line. What do you think? I just ask them what they think. Are you, no, yes, maybe, I'll think about it. And so I'm trying. So I went back and I got like 4 or 5 people to make posts that way. And they've been, one of the girls has been on the products for like a year, and she went and made a post, and that helps a lot too, because then I'm kind of like tap rooting for them, because I wasn't as confident in asking for posting before.
And I do want to insert something right here that's super important that she does, and that many of us do. When someone agrees to make a post, you have them make it public, and you have us go add positivity to it, because
Immediately.
that gets their post seen. And it's really important that you do that in the first 10 to 15 minutes, because that's what matters to Facebook, if it's going to show all of their friends that post or not. Okay?
Which is why I asked them to send me a picture to approve. I don't care what the picture looks like, honestly. I just want to know they took the picture or they have a picture. And so then when because like say I'm busy doing something and they just go post, then I don't know about it. But if they send me the picture and they're waiting for me to say, oh, that picture looks great, go post that now. Then I'm waiting I'm going to wait. Like I'm stalking your Facebook, go post it. And so then I know when it's posted because they showed me the picture. But if I just say, hey, go post, then they will just go randomly post at any time. And then I might miss that 10 to 15 minutes. Not that it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's not going to kill anything. But it is something that is, important to do, I think. And then if they refuse to put the people in a 3-way message, if they're like, I'm just not comfortable with that, I say, okay, let's make a deal. I will do all of your likes if you just do the people who commented. Because the people who commented, you might be more comfortable with, and I'm going to reach out to your likes. And so I reach out to all their likes and I just say, because I'm like, you've got to do the people who commented because they're talking to you. Like if I can't, like if I just jump in, it's weird, and they'll do that. And so then if the like, I pull it up, add friend, and then I immediately send the message, hey, thank you so much for supporting Rachel, or for liking Rachel's post about her pink drink. I really appreciate the support. My name's Leann. I'm helping her to reach out to everybody. She's super busy. Would you be open to some more information, or something like that? And then I just copy and paste it and change the first name and send it to all of them. Like Rachel, for example, she had 100 people. You just got to sit down and do it.
So how do you?
I probably got like 2 or 3 people from that.
Yeah.
And then I keep a list of every single person. I don't know where my list is. Oh, it's right here. Every person that I have in my people, like this is all Rachel. So I have who's signed, I have who's liked, I have that says not now, I have follow up later. And then once a month, I'm going back to them, just like I go back to my hot list. I'm going to their hot list and saying, hey, I can't believe it's been 30 days. How are you doing? Are you still, I know you couldn't, do it right now because of money or whatever, but, are you still having headaches? Mm-hmm. And I will scroll, I don't note in here, and I'll scroll up so I can see what we talked about and then just reconnect. She's like, yeah, I am, And then I'll be like, hey, well, I saw a testimonial that made me think of you. Copy and paste it and send it to them, stuff like that. So I'm just taking everything and combining it, really.
So question, because I know some people in here will hear you saying you will reach out to their friends who just like their post, these complete strangers, and
Yes.
You'll send them a message and a friend request. And
yes.
They're probably thinking, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know how I could do that, right? So how do you get past the worry or the fear or the uncomfortableness of connecting with somebody else's friends who simply just liked their post and didn't even say, hey, I'd like more information. They just simply liked it. Like, how do you personally get yourself past that and do the scary thing?
I just pray about it before I do it. And really, I sit here and I just honestly pray about it. I just say, my little prayer to God, like, please send me please let my words fall on the people who need to hear them. And that's pretty much it. And I just pray about it, and I just close my eyes, and then I kind of meditate a little bit of like just seeing myself reaching out to the people, and the people feeling that I'm being genuine, because I am truly coming at it from a place of, I want to help you feel better. Because a huge thing is yes, it's helping my business, but like, I'm not the one making the majority of the money on this. I mean, I'm growing a team, but I'm not signing. I mean, the significant amount of people, I mean, I signed 5 level 1s this past month, 5 or 6, I can't remember, 5, I think. But I think I signed like 15 people, but they weren't, so 10 weren't even mine. So I'm just coming at it from a good heart, and I've been really powerful in prayer, that people will see that, that God will guide me and help me to do it. And that has really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And when you message those people who have just liked, do you do a 3-way chat with your level 1 or whatever, or you just send it just to them?
I do not do a 3-way chat. Sorry, the dog obviously needed to come in. I do not do a 3-way chat with them unless I feel that I am like having a hard time connecting with them, or they're kind of like, because I've had people say, "Are you spam? Are you a robot?" Like things like that. And then sometimes I will just say, "Hey, do you mind if I add Rachel into the 3-way chat? Because I'm trying to teach her how to do this too. And so it would be really educational for her." And so that's what I'll do if they're really pushing back. But honestly, everybody is really nice to me. Like because I'm saying thank you right away. And then as soon as, if they say no thank you, I say thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you getting back to me, and I appreciate you supporting Rachel. If you ever need anything in the future, reach out to her, or feel free to reach out to me. And then like 6 weeks later or so, then I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally had like a spacey moment. I always invite everybody to my health and happiness page, and I forgot to invite you. So do you mind if I send the invite?" And they're like, "Sure." And then they're like, and then it lets me say, "So how are you doing?" Or whatever. It gives me another opportunity to just kind of connect with them, which is the same thing I do if they say they're not interested, or they never get past. They'll say like, "Oh yeah, I'm interested." And then I'll say, "What are your health concerns?" And then they won't respond. I won't hear them back from them again. That just gives me, I just go back, and that just gives me a chance to reach back out to them. So yes, I've done it twice. I normally don't, because I kind of feel like at that point, if they're willing to start telling me their health concerns, I don't really need to add her to it. I'm just kind of, and she doesn't need to be on every single person that I'm connecting with either, because I don't want her to be overwhelmed with all the stuff I'm doing. I don't want her to be like, "Whew, that was a lot," even though it's really not, because it's just this exact same system. I mean, half of it I'm copy and pasting.
Leann, I do have it's okay. Leann, I do have a question for you. So, with Rachel, because I know, and by the way, Leann earned her watch, and then by signing, I don't know how many you signed, but then she did get Rachel Silver, got Rachel Silver. But anyway, what was Rachel's buy-in from the beginning? Was Rachel, so I mean, now you're asking Rachel to do a little bit more, right? So like, I don't know if you ever heard the Genevieve, analogy. We have a boat, and we're basically, in the beginning, we're asking them to ride, right? Get in my boat, I'll do it all, you just ride. So at some point, we want them to start to row. And some people, once they get a taste of the money, see how easy the systems are, they will start to row. And other people will be like, "I'm out. You told me I can ride. I never offered to row." So what was Rachel's buy-in from the beginning? Was she ever open to rowing, or she's like, so tell me how the progression's been with Rachel.
So Rachel's never been open to rowing. I've never even said anything to, like, I have not had business conversations with her. That is what I'm going to do this week. So, but she's seeing what I'm doing and how easy it is. And I think that is, and so now that I'm asking, well, so I think my buy-in originally is me saying, hey, I'm going to make you $300. And I tell them, you know, like, let's make this post. You get 3 people. It's like $300 or $400. I don't know about you, but I can do a lot of things with $300 or $400. So let's see if we can get it for you. I can't guarantee it, but it's worth a shot. You know, like, because I always tell them about the money, you know, I throw it when they're like, you know, because when they come back and they say that when they come back and they say yes, I'm always like, well, you know, okay, great. You know, you can earn this. Or like once they do the post, or once I ask them, you know, like, you need to put them in a 3-way chat. I'm like, you know, I'm going to really making you a significant amount of money. So I think the 3-way chat is like them putting their hand on the oar.
Yeah. Because some people will say,
I'm making you do
I'm not
something.
doing that. Right. So
I'm not going to just do it all. You've got to put them in a 3-way chat with me. And then so I messaged Rachel today actually, and I said, let me see what I said to her. So I just said, okay, I said, so I'm following up. So I'm following up with Zia this week, and I'm about to sign up Nikki. She already sent me over her information. I have to get on a team call and then I'm going to do it because that was just a minute ago. And I said, do you have some time this week to go over some things? I want to keep up your moment. I want to keep your momentum going. You did such a great job last month with all of your posts. I'm super proud of you. What do you think? She says, yes, I agree. I want to keep going. I was thinking about my next post too. Later this week, these next few days are super intense for me. So I said, great. What day works that you and I can talk? And so at that point is when I'm going to be like, okay, now I want you to, I'm going to send you, and I'm just going to send her like the beginning. And I'm going to be like, put me in the 3-way chat. I'm just going to be a fly on the wall, and I'm just going to send her the beginning. Thank you for liking my post. Thank you for commenting on my post, whatever it is, for your support. Would you be open to some more information? And I'm going to run her through all of that and not even close, and then to price. And that's my plan. And I haven't done it before, so I'll let you know how it goes. I'll report back, success or not, but I'm going to give her through the stuff to price because I don't want to give her 15 things. I just want to give her this super simple 7 or 8 steps. They're going to respond. You're going to respond. This is the verbiage you use. This is when you send a picture of triplex or the reset and triplex or whatnot. And then I'm going to send her a separate one with reset and be like, hey, if they're interested in weight loss, just send them this reset. And I actually have done it with 3 of her people. So she's seen me push the reset. And then once she gets to that point and they're ready, she's given them the price and they're ready to sign, then I'm going to go ahead and have her do the, then I'm going to send her like what I send to them after that, which is, you know, yay, I'm super excited that you're going to get started. Most people just give me their information and I just go ahead and sign them up. I want to make sure you get the right discounts and the right products. So, are you comfortable with that? What do you think? And I say, this is the information I need. What do you think? And then I send them the what I need thing. I think Carol made it. See, I'm just using all you guys' stuff. I'm just putting it to action, but they're like what I need. And then they'll either say yes or no. And if they say no, I say, that's fine. Would you hop on the phone with me? I'd like to meet you anyways. And then I get them on the phone. Because I hate to just send them to the website because they get lost and they order the wrong things. If they're adamant, I send them the VIP ordering, send them the screenshot or the PDF of what they need. And then as soon as their order goes through, voice message, and I go through and say the same thing so that I can serve you and best serve you in the future. I'm super excited. You're going to love these products. And when you're getting the results, I know you're going to get with your energy and you're going to sleep better and blah, blah, blah. Would you be open to sharing your referral link? with your friends and family. And then I just start it right like that. So that's where I'm gonna, and so that is where I want to really, really focus on training with Rachel, is that, because I feel like that has been the scary thing for me,
Let me ask you this too.
asking them to share.
I always see that your people, what would you say has been the difference? I know when I talked to you, you said with Lisa, that's her name, right? Lisa is another
Yeah.
girl. Lisa, did you get Lisa quite gold yet?
No, I got her to almost senior silver.
Okay, so Lisa, and then I remember talking to you and you had this epiphany. And so what I love about Leann is she's like, that was good, that worked, but let me make this better. So Leann's like, I feel like with Lisa, I did it all. She did, Leann did it all. She goes, but I feel like I did not serve Lisa well by not teaching Lisa at the same time.
Yeah, she did no
Correct?
three-way chats. I hadn't started the three-way chat.
Right. So I
Lisa.
think when Rachel came along, it's like, you know what, that was good, but let me get some buy-in for them. Let me use this as a training opportunity as well.
Mhm.
So would you say that, with Lisa doing it all and now with Rachel starting the three-way chat, you probably already see a different level of buy-in, I would say, from Rachel versus Lisa, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Because I think Rachel sees how easy it is. And she has now seen me sign 4 people in like 2 days with the exact same verbiage or very, very similar. And so I think she's looking at it going, she's just duplicating.
Yeah.
She's doing the exact same thing. Where Lisa is, she didn't see any of that. She didn't see how easy it is, because it is easy. I mean, if you can just get the goal to do it, it's easy to do, right? It's just getting over being able to ask and do it, and then lean into the no. That's what I've learned. Like anytime somebody has a complaint or anytime they have something they're like a question, I'm always like, well, it's okay. Like I used to be like, how frustrating. Like I gave them all this information. Why are they not just signing? And now I'm like, duh, you need it. I mean, you're like telling me you're pooping your pants all day long. You obviously need plexus, right? What's happening? But now I'm like, okay, that's fine. Great. So you obviously need some more information. I'm leaning in to their, any sort of fear they have, and just like coddling them through it. And so I think that is huge, that Rachel sees how easy it is to just like, anytime they have an objection, I'm like, I completely understand how you feel, felt, found. Go right through that. I totally understand how you feel. I didn't have that. I use my sister-in-law all the time. I just say my sister-in-law because I have 2 sister-in-laws that are on it, and they're both on it for different reasons. And so it's always my sister-in-law, Esther. Esther is included in that. And I always use you guys too. Like, I figure you're my sister. I'm like, my sister-in-law, my other sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, Kendall, like close enough. I mean, Esther and I aren't blood related, just so sister-in-law. But I think that is where it is right there, is her seeing the ease of it. And that's why Rachel's willing, where Lisa's probably a little more fearful. She's probably thinking that I worked for 10 hours to sign those 7 people for her, and doesn't realize that within 30 minutes, lots of times they were signed. Or at least they were like, hey, let me think about this, or yeah, get back to me in 2 weeks after I get my paycheck, or let me talk to my husband, things like that.
How do you circle back with Lisa? Have you tried? It's not
okay. So I've circled back with Lisa, and because she's not broken, she just needs additional training. So I have just been I'm just keeping her up her faith. She is gonna, I'm trying to get her to make another post. She is one of the ones that does not post very regularly. And so I am trying to get her to put things in her stories, but she's super busy. But like I said to her the other day, I said, you want to keep your momentum up, and you just don't know who you can help. I'm like, if you need to, like, let's do another post. And she just did a post on Sunday. And so I was going to reach out to her tomorrow and be like, hey, I saw your post. I know you don't post much. Why don't you make a Plexus post right now? Because then it's not like you made a Plexus post. 2 weeks later, you made a Plexus post. A week later, you made a Plexus post because you just made 2 or 3 posts that were non-Plexus. I did not post. Please listen to me. I did not post ever on Facebook, ever, unless it was like a holiday, a birthday, or something. And now I post continuously. So it can be taught to somebody how to do it.
How much you grew. When you started before Plexus, how many friends do you have and how much have you grown it to?
So I had 600 or 450 or 600, somewhere in there. I'm at like 2,200 in the year. In a year, I focused. My goal was to get to 5,000 in a year. I didn't make it, but that's okay. We're still trying.
Hey, so I have another quick question because I know we're getting kind of late.
Yes.
This is the last one I have written down, but I'm actually really, really curious to the answer. So this influx of people that you've had that are now level 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s, how are you helping them learn to support their people on the products so that retention is also there in addition to duplication?
So yes. So right now I am using my Scipio and putting them in my systems. That is what I'm doing with them. And so I am also been telling that I've given like Rachel and Lisa and them like the 30-day follow-up with just the 4 touch points. Say, I'm reaching out to them. Can you just, just double check on them? You're closer to them than I, and just make sure that they're good. And so I'm doing that. Now I figure that gives them, follow-up skills. It gives them, get a planner, write these things down, and then they are reaching out to them. Lisa did not reach out to any of hers. Rachel has reached out to one of hers. She only has one started at the beginning of the month, and the rest of them I signed the last day of the month. Yeah. So I'm just giving them that super easy to start, and then I'm just doing it for them right now. My plan actually is with most of my people going forward in the future, I'm just going to teach them to use Scipio or Project Runway broadcast. What is it? I do need to change though. I might change to the other one, but what is it? Broadcast, right? Runway?
Yeah, Project Broadcast. Not Runway. They're not becoming models.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's that Tyra Banks one. Yeah. Okay. That's why I heard that. Okay. Yeah. So because there's a couple reasons why. And because I wish I did it 2 years earlier. I missed so many people, even with my planner, and it took me 100 times longer to write it all out. I have a 90-day follow-up system. I did it for almost 2 years. I would start them and I would put them out 90 days, like write down, Kindle day 21, Kindle day 28, Kindle day 45, Kindle, and then I would go and log in, get your day 45, copy and paste it, send them a text. Bananas. Okay, it's $15. I go over every month. I think I spend $35. I don't know, but it is worth every single penny. I have everything written out. I've got all the stuff. So I'm literally going to be like, girl, just get yourself a business line. I wish I would have done it. Even if you decide this is not your jam and you don't want to do it, like a business, then this is even better for you, because then you're not going to have to think about it. It's amazing.
He doesn't do
because if you don't want the business side of it, why not just completely automate it? You got your friends that are getting these text messages that are being good, getting the information they need to stay on it. Because if your friends start for 1 month and then they quit, you're not going to get your products paid for. Because, they're not going to continuously be paid for if everybody just quits because they have because no one's reached out to them. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to talk to Rachel and just be like, hey, it wasn't that hard to set up. And I wish I would have done it before I was really business minded.
Yeah. And I just love
it's not hard. It's not like you're committed to 12 months or anything.
I just love through all of this, you're teaching them to recruit, to retain, and to duplicate.
Right.
Teaching them how to do all that just by modeling it for them and being comfortable having the uncomfortable conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
leaning into the no, right? Because
Yeah.
all we can do is ask. We don't know the outcome.
Right.
It's our fear that paints that outcome in our mind ahead of time and prevents us from leaning into things like this, which could be incredible. And I am going to wrap us up because it is 9 o'clock. And I know Leann's husband probably wants to see her, and thankfully it's
He
not
already left. I got a text message that he's like going to baseball. So
Oh gosh, well, sorry. You'll see him later.
I do want to say
English.
something, well, I do want to say something really quick though. When you feel, so when Kendall started these products, she knew she couldn't afford them. No one told her that maybe your sister-in-law told you to post, but her cousin never told her about the business opportunity. Kendall just knew that she was a month, whatever, from foreclosure, 2 months from foreclosure and being homeless with 4 kids. She knew that if she wanted to stay on these products, she had to get them paid for. So she went all out. She sent lots of messages, but nobody had a business conversation with her. So back in the day, y'all, you have no idea how easy you have it now. But back in the day, what was it? You had to do 30 people in 30 days.
20 people in 30 days.
20 people in 30 days to get a fast start gold bonus. We only got 5 points for people. I'm telling you, it's so much easier now, but no one had.
And I did it, dang it. I'm just going to say that.
Well, no, she missed it by one person.
Well, I had 38 people, but most of them were customers. So I actually missed Fast Start Gold by one person. No, I didn't miss it by one person. I missed it by one day.
One day. She missed it by, because nobody, and she needed the money. Like, this was a girl that was like, so she was all in it, but because nobody had a business conversation with her, she missed a fast start bonus by one day.
Mm-hmm.
And don't think for 1 second. So if you think about it like that, it's your due diligence to offer the information. You have no control. But Kendall, to this day, I know she's like, oh, I just wish she would have told me one day. And that back in the day, that was a lot of money to fast start something like we did that, like way back eons ago. She missed a lot of money. Yeah. And when you're 2 months away from foreclosure with 4 kids, literally,
yeah,
I feel like if you have something that can benefit somebody financially or health wise, it's your responsibility to share it. Mm-hmm. And that's all I'm doing is sharing. And if you're not interested in it, then that's completely fine. Like, you don't have to do this business, and you don't have to do it as a business. And that's why I've told everybody, like, you can get $400, you can get a watch, you can get that. Like, I want to tell, like, I reached out to every single one of my active level ones that said, I know you're not sharing, I know, but I just want to let you know, you could get an Apple Watch if you want to share. What do you think about that? You know? And so I feel like it is our responsibility. And if you look at it, like Rena's saying, as it's not weird. If you don't feel like it's weird, it's not going to be weird. Yeah. It's not weird. It's not a weird conversation to have. I mean, if it was anywhere else, like if I was working in any other store, the store would tell me, hey, if you make this amount, if you sell this, you're going to get this. So it's not a weird conversation. It's just a job. It's just business.
And systems aren't bad. We oftentimes get caught in this trap of thinking if we have a system that we're using with people, that we're treating them like they're just a paycheck to us, or we're treating them like they're just a name on a list. But systems are what make things work, right? Like, we have a system for brushing our teeth. We have a system for putting on our shoes, a system for doing our laundry. It's because you have found what is most beneficial to you or to others. You need systems, because if you don't have that, it's chaos.
Right.
And
chaos
is
teachable. And it's either going to be system dependent or people dependent. And when you're not a system and you're people dependent, you have all your ducks going in which way, and you have no clue what's going on. There's no order, there's no control. Everybody's off, rogue, doing their own thing. And then if they're not successful, you don't even know what the heck they've been doing to even help diagnose or critique or troubleshoot. I mean, you know, and Kendall and I, and even Leann, I mean, all of us that have been here for a while, we've only learned from making mistakes over and over and over by not having systems and being like, I don't know, we're just gonna wing it. And then winging it. And then sometimes you wing it and like, that worked. I don't even know what the heck I did, you know? So,
Of that.
you know, but anyway, so
Well, then you got to write it down really fast so you have your system.
I know.
Write that down. Write it down.
And I just want to say, I mean, Leann has always been, whenever I come up with something, and this maybe is this the Amber Miller video?
Mhm. Yep. I was actually going to tell in my stuff that I sent over well, the other stuff, I actually have it in here, like the link to that video.
Mhm.
So you can go, but if you have it, yeah, so you can watch it. That's where basically it comes from. It's from what I've just changed it a little bit to make it work for me.
I appreciate you, because I'll tell you what, all of us doing this business, to have somebody that's open, coachable, and willing to take action, you know, we would take 100 Leanns. So you make it easy too. So yes, you're amazing, but being open to coachable and, you know, and not thinking, you know what, I'm going to reinvent the wheel. You always lean in, and you don't necessarily ask, but when I say, hey, I think you'd appreciate this, you're like, I'm going to watch that right now, you know.
So her first video was actually before you sent it to me. You sent me another video she had. I saw her video on a Motivation Monday, like back in like, I don't know, a long time ago. And not a long time ago, but like April or something. And then you sent me another video on her, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm already doing that. I had already went through and typed out all of the stuff that she had done. And then you watched another training that she had on it. And I think the verbiage is a little different from the first to the second, but the same thing, you know, like same concept.
Well, if you could put
it's
all of
easy
that
to do
in the team chat, I'm sure everybody would appreciate it.
Yes, I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time away from your husband and your kids, and it was just his birthday. And so I do. I mean, really appreciate it.
And thank you everyone else for sticking with us. I know we went a little longer.
Yes,
sorry.
Y'all see, this stuff is so good. We just need to soak it up, and then we all just want to be Leann when we grow up. So
yeah,
it'd be great.
No, thank you, Leann.
Yes.
You're welcome. If you have any additional questions, you can just send me a message privately or whatever, or put it in the team chat and I'll respond. And then I'll put the verbiage in. I'll put the verbiage in late, you know, tonight or tomorrow or whatever.
You can do it tomorrow morning. I know it's late for everyone. But yeah, and then rewatch the recording. I'll get this up as soon as I can. But if you rewatch this, it's good. This is probably, I think, the 4th time I've heard this system, maybe the 3rd, but it clicks more and more the more you hear it. And then the more you do it, the easier it even gets. So just rewatch this, and then obviously ask away if you have questions, ask Leann. So
Okay.
I'm gonna stop